It's the 2-day rule. And at the end of the day, that's the most important thing.
And man, this man's spitting bars, bro.
We try to force ourselves to do things that we don't enjoy doing. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about how to reset and get back on track if you've fallen off. I know it happens to all of us. We all have goals like fitness goals and life goals that we want to achieve, but sometimes we fall off and get off track. But today we're going to be going through some tips on how to get you back on track. Alright, so we kind of have a busy day today. Was supposed to go to church, but today my friend is getting married, so gotta go to that. So I'm gonna be driving down to Charlottesville to celebrate with my friend on today, the day he's getting married. So it's gonna be fun. But in the meantime, that's in the evening. This morning, got a couple things we're gonna do. Probably gonna go to the gym, might run a couple errands, and we'll talk about the points on the way. Alright guys, so the first thing that you gotta understand about falling off track is that everyone falls off track, like at some point. No one is 100% perfect all the time. And to be honest, you can't expect yourself to be 100% perfect at all. The issue with expecting perfection is that you're just setting yourself up for failure, because like life has its ups and downs. Like we all go through things. We all have like stress in life and like stuff that can just kind of throw us off track. So it's like, it's a little unreasonable to get upset at yourself for falling off track. And then it's also unproductive, because if you're just beating yourself up for falling off track, then you're not taking the necessary steps that you need in order to get back on track, which is what's most important. So a helpful framework that I like to use that I honestly didn't even know I was doing, it was introduced by James Clear, and it's the 2-day rule. And this rule is essentially that you can allow yourself to miss one day of, let's say, an exercise or a certain habit that you're trying to establish, but don't let that extend to 2 days, because the moment that you let it extend to 2 days is when you can really start to spiral and let it get out of hand. Like personally, how I try to implement this is, especially with the gym, like if I miss one day, let's say I'm on a push-pull leg split. If I miss one day of that split, I'll try to make it up, because that's a 4-day split. So for me, I really never miss 2 days in a row of like a scheduled workout plan. And if I do miss it, then I try to make it up. So personally, I don't, right now, the way that my life is set up, I can't really work out on the weekends because it's just so busy and I have a lot of things going on. But if I was to miss a workout during the week, I keep myself accountable and I try to make it up on the weekend. And the reason behind that is because I don't want to get complacent and I don't want to get lazy. And I think that can happen. And like, obviously, like I said, life happens and like sometimes that isn't a possibility, but I do try to keep myself accountable enough to make it up. So give yourself grace through this process and don't expect this all to happen overnight, because like I said, setbacks will happen, but the ability to recover quickly is what's most important. So I remember for me, the first time that I really got into like a bad spot where I was completely off track was the last time this really happened was in college. And it was a rough time in my life because I just had a lot of things going on and like life just wasn't going as I had planned. And because of that, I just fell into a lot of bad habits and like I fell off my gym progress completely, wasn't working out at all. I was eating anything and everything, eating late at night, just like a lot of bad habits that I fell into. And it wasn't until a couple things happened in my life that really put me back on track. So one thing that helped was I had a conversation with my friend and he was just telling me about a lot of changes he was making in his life in terms of self-improvement and improving his life. And that was the first time I really had the idea that I could do things in my control to improve my life. And after that, I walked away from that conversation like I knew something had to change. And that's when I started getting back at it. Like I started hitting the gym, started eating more healthy, started just being more health conscious. And that's when like my life really started to change. The second thing was that I read a book called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. And a lot of y'all might have heard this book, like it's like Napoleon Hill is like one of those kind of woo-woo guys, but honestly he has so many great concepts in his book that honestly I believe changed my life. In his book he talks about, or one of the central concepts is how a lot of people in life, they're drifters. And the concept of a drifter is someone who basically moves through life aimlessly without a purpose. That really struck a chord in me because I realized like that's exactly what I was doing. I was moving through life without any purpose and I was just accepting whatever life gave to me, and that was my reality. And there's a specific quote that he says, "The drifter accepts whatever life throws in his way without making a protest or putting up a fight. He doesn't know what he wants from life and spends all his time getting just that, nothing." After I read that quote, I was like, man, like something has got to change in my life. I can't continue down this path because I won't become the person that I've always aspired to become. So the opposite of a drifter is someone who moves through life with what he coins as definiteness of purpose. What essentially that means is that you choose a goal, you choose a purpose that you want to achieve in life, and you pursue that goal. Whether it's like becoming a teacher, becoming a pharmacist, whatever it is, firefighter, like whatever your ultimate goal is in life, a politician, like you choose that goal and you pursue it with definiteness of purpose. And you'll realize that once you have like this definite purpose or main goal that you want to achieve, like you wake up with more energy, you have more drive, you have more like desire to want to just be alive, to be honest, because you have something that's really driving you. And I think this relates with fitness as well. Like you have to choose a definite purpose, something that you want to achieve that's really important to you. Like I know everyone always says this, that you have to choose your why, but honestly it's so important because without a good why, it can be very hard to stay consistent on this journey. And I know this can feel overwhelming, like having a purpose and all these things, like it can feel very overwhelming, but to be honest, the key is just to get started. And once you get started, you'll find that it's easy to maintain that momentum. All right guys, so we're gonna get to the gym now. Like I said, I followed the 2-day rule. I did not work out yesterday. I think I missed a day last week or something like that, so I'm gonna make it up today. Sunday's usually my off days. I just like to rest, but like I said, since I have the wedding in the evening and I missed a workout last week, let's make it up today. Let's do it. All right guys, got the scooter back out. Morning. Hey, she likes the scooter. Yeah, but gonna use the scooter to get to the gym. All right, so watch one of my last videos, you know that it's always a precarious situation when I got this scooter and I got this camera. It's so hard to navigate this thing, but at least I could fit my water bottle right here and I have a lot less stuff than the last time. It's just holding this camera is the hardest part. But honestly, like this scooter is so clutch. Like I use it not as much now, but I definitely use it all the time. But yeah, honestly, this is gonna relate to my next point, which is that sometimes when you're falling off track and you're kind of in a rut, sometimes you just have to do less than you expect yourself to do. But yeah, this actually leads into my next point, which is that if you've fallen off track, one method or approach that you can try to do is to do less than you think you can handle, understanding that you can always add more. So we made it outside, thank God, because that was precarious. This is the difficult part right now, is being able to navigate this junk while holding this camera. All right, let's do it. Always up for a challenge, man. If I fall and injure myself, it was for the sake of this video. And honestly, I think it was worth it. Hopefully I don't regret those words. All right, the good thing about this scooter is that it can automatically drive or continue going by itself without me pressing this button. So at least I have that going for me. Also doesn't help that this road is super bumpy. Oh my God. I'm like ducking branches. Hey. All right, so successful trip. All right, guys, so the second point that I wanted to make is that you should do less than you think you can handle. And this has helped me out countless times. There have been so many times where I've not wanted to come to the gym. I've had to force myself. And the way that I do it is that I tell myself that I'm gonna do less than I typically do. The benefit behind this approach is that it reduces the mental barrier to get started. And you'll find that once you get started, it's actually so much easier to keep going because you already have the momentum. When I first started working out, I was actually doing like home workouts. Like I would just do push-ups and sit-ups and stuff at home. And the way I would get motivated is this, I'd be like, all right, I have to do 100 push-ups today. And that's a very big number. So like the mental barrier would be very high. So to overcome that, I would just say, I'm gonna do 10 push-ups. And then if I was really struggling, I'd be like, all right, let me just do 1 push-up. And I find that once I got started, it'd be easier for me to keep going because I had that goal in the back of my mind. And also just the momentum of getting started made it easier to sustain it. And even today, like the way that I do less than I expect myself to do or that I typically do is that I come to my apartment gym. So rather than like driving and going to a commercial gym, like even though it has more equipment, like I could lift heavier and like, you know, ultimately get a better workout, I come here and do my workout. So in a way, coming to this gym is doing less than I would have done if I went to like my commercial gym, but I'm still staying consistent. And this isn't something like I'll do all the time. Actually, I mean, there are periods in my like life where like I get busy and like I can just come to my apartment gym and like it's just the most efficient thing I can do. But the benefit behind it is that like I still stay consistent. Even though I'm not lifting like as heavy as I can, I'm not doing all the exercises that I could be doing because this place doesn't have all the equipment. It's like at least I'm staying consistent, and like that's the most important thing. I'm trying to live a healthy lifestyle, and I'm trying to stay consistent with my goals, which is better than falling off completely, which is what we're trying to avoid. So yeah, all right, we're gonna get into this workout. It doesn't look too packed, which is good, so maybe I could film some stuff, but like I always say, like I'm probably not gonna film too much because I don't like to get in people's way. Hopefully one day when I have my own gym, like I'll be able to film whatever, and like it won't matter. But yeah, let's get into this workout and let's do it. Also, this is one of my favorite messages to receive right now. Your Cook Unity order is on the way. Y'all know that I be on that Cook Unity, and yeah, it's the meal prep service that I use. Honestly, I love it. Like they don't sponsor me, so like don't think this is a promotion or nothing like that. If you're struggling to stay consistent, like a meal prep service, if you can afford it, is honestly like a great way to go. Also, what music do y'all usually listen to when you work out? I was actually talking to my friend about this. Like before, like I had to have like the most hype music, and like I had to have like, you know, the best song to do a set. But it's like recently, man, I just been listening like chill music, if I even listen to music. Sometimes I just have these on and I won't be listening to nothing. Like sometimes the music is like too overstimulating. I'll just turn it off. I'll just be listening to my thoughts and listening to like the machines or like the weights or whatever. And like it could be so like therapeutic in a way. It's weird. I'm gonna just put on my like fall chill playlist, just like chill songs. And like sometimes I even listen to like podcasts. Like my favorite podcast right now is My First Million. If y'all don't listen to them, like I love these guys. Like they're really like, they're funny, they're entertaining, and like if you like business content, like they just make it like so interesting. So yeah, I might honestly just throw in a podcast. Yeah, I'm gonna throw in a podcast. I might do both. Like start with music and then switch to the podcast. It's one of my favorite songs right now. Such a good vibe. Alright, so the thing about working out, I like the apartment gym, so I just gotta work with the equipment that we have. So it's like, it doesn't have all the stuff that like I really wanna do, but like I said, we're just trying to stay consistent, build good habits. So it's not necessarily about the equipment, it's about the effort, it's about showing up. And at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. Alright guys, so this is the physique right now, sitting at about 190 pounds. So I like to do my workouts like fasted, like they just feel really good fasted. But yeah, sitting about 190 pounds. To be honest, I'm just trying to maintain right now. Like I'm not even trying to like go up for real. If anything, I'm trying to like cut down a little bit, because like if y'all watched my last video, you know, like my abs they look decent right now, but they could look better. I've seen them look better. It's like once you have like a threshold for where you can be, you kind of just always hold yourself to that standard. So what's really nice about this gym is that we actually have like a little sauna. Sometimes I'll just come in here, so you can put a timer on it and you can set the temperature that you want. So yeah, sometimes I'll just come in here just to relax and recover. It looks a little ominous. It's like a dark box, but it's actually pretty nice. All right, this thing is starting to heat up. But for number 3, what really falls to the wayside when we get off track is our diet. And to avoid this, we really have to set ourselves up for success. So for me, what that looks like is meal prepping. And I know I showed y'all that text I got earlier, which was that like my meal prep was ready. This is just like a recent change that I did because like my life has gotten really busy. So like it just makes more sense for me to like pay to have that done, free up my time to do other stuff. But like when I wasn't doing that, it's like the first thing I would do to get myself back on track is to meal prep, man. Like I would take part of Saturday and just set that aside to make the meals for the following week. And if you're like me and you really don't like cooking, and like, or like I enjoy cooking, it takes so much, it takes a lot of effort and it takes a lot of time. But yeah, if cooking and meal prepping isn't your favorite thing, you gotta find ways to make it more enjoyable. So what I would do is I would like listen to music, I would like listen to a podcast or even watch like a TV show on my phone. And just doing those things made the process so much easier, made time go by a lot faster. But the benefit to this is that if you meal prep, you at least know that you have meals ready throughout the week. So you're less tempted to eat junk food, and you're less tempted to eat out and to do even more damage and like really push yourself off track even more. So set yourself up for success, find some meals that you enjoy making, listen to a podcast, and turn on like your favorite TV show, and just take like an hour or two on Saturday or Sunday and prepare meals for the next week so that you at least know that that part of your routine is going to be on track. So how long do y'all be staying in the sauna? Like, I feel like 10 minutes, like I'm ready to get out. Like, it gets so hot and I sweat so easily. I didn't set the temperature too hot in here because I'm just not trying to sweat a lot. But yeah, if you guys don't use saunas, like, consider it. It's like a good recovery tool. It can help with circulation, blood flow. It can also just like help your muscles relax. So like reducing like the tenseness of your muscles. It can just be therapeutic, like just a place to relax and chill and just reflect. I'm not saying you have to or like even that you should. I'm just saying that like if you haven't, like give it a try. You might like it. All right, let's get out of here. It's starting to get hot and I gotta pick up some snacks for the trip to Charlottesville today. It's kind of a rainy, gloomy day. So I'm a big fan of these like Celsius drinks. Like they taste so good and they give me like decent amount of like energy. They give me like a good energy boost. I feel like one of my goals in life, bruh, is to like create an energy drink. Y'all know I love sugary drinks. I feel like the issue with a lot of sugary drinks is like, or not sugary drinks, but like sweet drinks. The thing about those is that a lot of the times they use like artificial sweeteners, like if they're 0 calorie or whatever, like they cause me to get like bloated and stuff. I feel like Celsius is like one of those drinks that doesn't cause that. So like I could drink it. It's sweet, it's low calorie, but like also doesn't make me get super bloated. I think it'd be so dope if I could like create like my own version or like my own brand where it's like it's health focused and like it's good for you. So yeah, I just think it'd be so dope if I could like create my own brand and like see it like on these shelves, like just something similar where it's like low calorie, uses like natural flavors, not a bunch of artificial stuff. It's like health focused, gives you energy but doesn't cause like a crazy energy crash. That would just be so dope. And like I could also use it all the time because y'all know I like sweet drinks. So it's like rather than drinking like Gatorades or like stuff like that, because like Gatorade Zero also causes like a lot of bloating. So I just end up drinking like the normal stuff. If I could create like the solution to that, that'd be dope. So I'm also a big sucker for like gummies, man. Definitely gonna be grabbing these. Never had these before, but I like watermelon flavored stuff. Not to be a stereotype, but joints crack. Thank you. These are the Cook Unity meals delivered right to the doorstep. They come with like this massive ice pack and I don't know what to do with this like every time I get it. Honestly don't know what I do. I think I just put it in the sink, like wait for it to melt. It's actually kind of annoying, but it keeps the meals cold. So they come, I usually get 6 for the week. So this is like one of my favorites. I'm from Nigeria, so anything with plantains, you know I'm down for. Plantains, it's got jollof rice, it's got some chicken, it's got like this green sauce. To be honest, I don't really mess with the green sauce, but so I like getting this one. I'm trying to switch it up. I also usually get this barbecue chicken, mac and cheese. Macros are pretty decent. Dang, 62 grams of protein. That sounds very high. That's that. Also get, this is actually new. I haven't had this before. Adobe flank steak. I'm excited for this. 50 grams of protein. This looks pretty good. It's got like steak, broccoli, potatoes, got that sauce. We got a crusty chicken pot pie, 42 grams of protein. I don't know why I got this. I feel like I was just hungry when I was ordering. I just got this, so that'll be interesting. Got a creamy chicken, I don't even know how to say that, ricotta, pasta, some chicken. I don't know what this is on the right. Okay, it says spinach and artichoke garlic bread. And then got a pulled pork barbecue sandwich. So we got a good spread of stuff. So yeah, it's a good spread. It'll make the week interesting so I'm not eating like the same thing every day. It also makes it easy to track macros. I'm not sure how accurate it is, but so I take it with a grain of salt, but at least it gives me an idea. I don't have to be super exact. I just like to have like an idea. As long as I have that like frame of reference for what I'm eating, I think that's the most important thing. Okay, so my next piece of advice is to just do a workout that you enjoy. And I think the biggest mistake that people make when they kind of fall off track with their exercise plan or workout plan or fitness goals, whatever it is that we try to force ourselves to do things that we don't enjoy doing. And I think that's so detrimental to progress, because if you're doing things constantly that you don't enjoy doing, especially related to fitness, fitness, it's going to be so hard to stay consistent. So do a workout that you enjoy and let yourself get back into that rhythm and get back into that flow state by doing things that you enjoy. And for me, like, I love training pool day. Like, I love doing back and biceps. So if I was in a rut and like I really wasn't feeling like working out, I would just hit the gym and do like my favorite back and bicep exercises. And then like I feel like if I get like a pump and like a good experience from that, then I'm more motivated to go back into the gym the next day, knowing that like it's something that I'll enjoy rather than something that I'm forcing myself to do. There's also like a lot of research out there that's found that one of the biggest predictors to someone sticking with a workout plan is enjoyment. So like use that. It's like a hack. Like rather than forcing yourself to do stuff that you hate, that you're not going to look forward to coming back to, find exercises and plans and meals, whatever it is that you enjoy, that you know you can stay consistent with, because that honestly is like the biggest factor in whether or not you stay consistent or not. And a bonus tip that I'll say kind of goes along with this is you should try to, like, if you can, work out with a friend or like work out with someone who will be able to keep you accountable. And like for me, like if I'm really not feeling like working out, or I know that like my workouts haven't been at the standard that I would like them to be for a period of time, then I'll hit up one of my friends. So like I'm fortunate right now to like have like someone that I work out with pretty regularly, and he keeps me accountable. And like when we work out together, like I know that the intensity is going to be there because I have someone who's watching me, like, you know, keeping me accountable with my exercises. So if you're in a similar situation, like hit up one of your friends, like hit up a brother, a sister, whoever it is, and just try to get a workout in with them. And I think it could even be more helpful, like if it's someone who like is a little ahead of you in the gym and like, you know, lifts heavier than you and like will really push you. I feel like that can really get you out of that rut that you're possibly in. So it's time for the wedding. Got the wedding fit on, just like a white shirt, some chill, like black pants, black shoes. Honestly, I wear like the same fit for like every wedding. So it's like, bruh, I need to like really switch it up, get like some originality. But to be honest, you can't go wrong with like a white shirt, just like a classic fit. But anyways, I gotta hit the road, and hopefully the drive is smooth, and hopefully I can get like some nice pictures and clips with my mans, cause yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. I'm actually really excited. Ignore all the shoes on the ground. Trying to show you all the fit. White shirt, black pants, black shoes. Check out my Celsius. Also, this is like a sidetrack. I'm listening to this most recent My First Million podcast, and man, this man is spitting bars, bro. He's basically just talking about like how you have to have a vision and you have to have conviction behind your vision. And like, if you're able to have that conviction, then the resources that you need, like they will come. And so like he was talking about how he had like this dream of building like this vacation spot, like this luxury vacation spot where people will come and like decompress and, you know, just have like a different type of experience. And he didn't have any money, he was an artist, but he was able to like find resources that he needed to achieve his vision. And the way he was doing that was by not counting himself out. Instead of like having the usual excuses, which is like, I don't have enough experience, I don't have enough money, I don't have all these things that I need that like the typical entrepreneur or whatever would have. Instead of saying all those things like and counting himself out, he started asking questions that would help him solve his problem. Like, how can I get the money? How can I solve this problem? What steps can I do? Who can I connect myself with in order to like make this dream a reality? So yeah, I think like that relates to all of us. Like this isn't necessarily fitness related. It can be. I feel like it could definitely like translate very well into fitness. But honestly, it's just like about life and like whatever you want to achieve, whatever you want to pursue. It's like, just don't count yourself out. Instead of asking defeating questions, ask the right type of questions that are gonna actually help you achieve your goal and that are gonna turn your mind from thinking that it's not possible to now thinking like, how can it be possible? Alright guys, so that's it for today's video. If you made it all the way to the end, I really do appreciate you. It was a good time. Yeah, I got to celebrate with my friend and it was awesome. But yeah, now it's time to go home. Got a 2.5 hour drive home. It's currently 9:35, so should get home around 12 o'clock. I gotta wake up tomorrow around 5:30. The grind continues. But yeah, if you found any value, go ahead, drop a like and a subscribe. I truly appreciate all the support that I've gotten recently. I really do feel overwhelmed, all the support. And yeah, I got some cool stuff coming out. Got a workout plan, some really good workout plans coming out, and also some other stuff in the works. But yeah, that's it for today. Let's get this drive started. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.